Well, we have. I just got up. I'm feeling half dead here. It's the final day of the event that I've been at here of JanLAN 2026. We are starting one last thing before the event ends of Final Fantasy VII Remake. It just released on Thursday, I believe, on the Switch 2, and I think someone had mentioned that apparently it's out on Xbox as well. And apparently the Switch 2 version also like released updates on the other versions. So I had picked this up like Boxing Day sale a little while back, and I was already planning on playing it as part of my Final Fantasy slash Final Fantasy 7 series. And I was like, you know what? It's coming out like for the JanLAN weekend. Maybe I'll start at JanLAN here is what I'll do. This event right here. And oh boy, do I have a little bit of a story to tell for how the heck we got here. And let me show what kind of got us here. So I always do like a playthrough start to finish for JanLAN, and this time I decided it was gonna be Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. That's what I was gonna do start to finish. So when we started with the JanLAN here, we go ahead and check out the beginning. Start out with a oh no, that wait. Oh, I accidentally had the stream title from the other day here. Wait, am I going crazy here? I think that this stream started out with the whole JanLAN is tomorrow because I accidentally went live with a stream title here. We got all set up here at the venue here with lots of people gaming together. Did some Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and then we did a Guilty Gear Strive tournament. That was certainly something. I think I had to restart my stream. So we restarted stream, did a Guilty Gear Strive tournament, and then went back to Metal Gear Rising and did that until some ridiculous hour. I think I did that until like 4 in the morning on that first night. Yep, until 4 in the morning. So that was day 1. And then with day 2 here, I think I forgot to update my like stream title there again. Got up at like 9:30, so like 4.5 hours later. 5.5 hours later. I don't know what numbers are apparently. Did a little bit more Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. And then did a decent chunk of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, trying to do the final DLC of that, which I was initially planning on doing start to finish here for this event. Yeah, that's not happening. I realized partway through. I realized a little bit into it. Yeah, this isn't happening. Doing this whole DLC start to finish. So I figured I'll just start it then, and I'll do it sometime at home on my own time. And then we did the Kirby Air Riders tournament. So we had a whole bracket here with where the first half of it, my mic audio might be a little bit broken, so that's something that I'll find out in post. The internet was having a little bit of issues and went down sometimes there. But we saw through the Kirby Air Riders tournament. That was some good fun there. I think people got a kick out of that. Played a little bit of AC Valhalla before seeing that it was just going to be like boring slog for the next little while. So did a little bit of Pokemon Legends ZA until like the dinner here happened, and I was like, oh, let's eat dinner with the slog of AC Valhalla. So dinner and like prizes and events and stuff back there did with AC Valhalla. Ended up playing it some kind of way that made it a bit difficult to play. And then came and finally finished off Ghost of Yote that I've been meaning to finish off for a little while. And we started a new playthrough with Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness that I'll be doing alongside Final Fantasy VII Remake for the next little while here. And then, what the heck did we do? Then I went back to AC Valhalla and I was going to do that. I was thinking about doing Sonic Racing Crossroads at this event, but the person that was going to bring the copy seemed like wasn't coming by. And he came by at like 1 in the morning. So Maverick Zero brought his copy of Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and I finally played that people have been asking me to play for however long. Played that like 1 to 2 in the morning, something like that. And then I introduced him to Kirby Air Riders, so we did a little bit of Kirby Air Riders late at night. Then we did our 3 a.m. Mario Party that we did last year at JanLAN. And I was like, it won't be too long. This ran from like 3 a.m. until 5 a.m. This went on a while. And those that I played this with, I'm pretty sure are still conked out here next to me. And then from there, I beat Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Got that done. And then as a one-off thing, I did the PlayStation 2 game Xenosaga Freaks, which was also like a demo for Xenosaga Episode 2 as part of my Xeno series. And then, what time did I conk out last night? what time was this? 7:45 a.m. So like close to 8. I conked out here, woke up at like 10, so I got up for my 2-hour power nap, and now I'm at the ready for the final stretch of JanLAN to do Final Fantasy VII Remake until the event is over. And now you're caught up on where I'm at, and I'm really lightheaded. I feel like I could still conk out. I honestly can't wait to go home and like actually fall asleep, because I am feeling some kind of way. But I'm ready to push through and finish off this event here. So it's 10:20 a.m. right now. Teardown begins at like 1 p.m. I think, so we have like 2.5 hours to play Final Fantasy VII Remake, essentially, is what's going on here. Alright, Mythic is on a 50 stream watch streak. Holy crap. Is Anima late for Country Fantasy Club? Note, you're right on time, Anima. Also, good morning. There's a snowstorm in my area, and I have hot cocoa. Oh, jeez. I do hear things. Phew. I was worried that I might not hear things for a hot second. Bro appeared after I went to bed with my stream shenanigans. Poor boys, they're both tired. We be real tired here. Hello, hello. Redora Master as well. Yep, my stream watch streak are always broken. So it go. So that's where we're at in terms of JanLAN. And I'm pretty sure I've streamed, yeah, I streamed in this venue as part of my Final Fantasy VII series. Last time we were here was HalloLAN last year, the Halloween LAN event, where I streamed through Final Fantasy VII Dirge of Cerberus. I did a full start-to-finish playthrough in this venue. Here we are again, and I figured it'd be kind of fitting for continuing with like some Final Fantasy VII stuff. Obviously, I can't play this start-to-finish even if I committed from day one, because it'd be a little bit long. But I figured I'd at least start it here. So, here we are, when I was last streaming. At like, 7:45 in the morning there was a couple people that were starting to game, but, deep into the night there, I was the only one that was still gaming. It was complete pitch black silence. I'm kind of whispering here to my mic because I don't want to disturb people that most people are still sleeping, to be fair. So we're back here again. Anyone that's seen like my Final Fantasy VII series will find that this venue looks familiar because we played Dirge of Cerberus here. And as a little bit of a recap when it comes to Final Fantasy stuff, this might be a new release for Switch 2 and Xbox or whatever the heck, but I'm like deep into the weeds. This is my 5th game in the Final Fantasy VII series, so I've already, before this point, played through Final Fantasy VII, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Reunion, I think is the proper name, Crisis Core, Dirge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy VII, and then Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, the freemium gacha game where we got like the Sephiroth prologue, and we also played through Advent Children that like can't be uploaded on YouTube because of like copyright for Advent Children. I had to put it on the Internet Archive, and I just linked it in videos, is what I did. So, Final Fantasy VII Remake, despite being called a remake, is more like a meta sequel from what I understand. And so, if anyone's tuning into this that isn't familiar with like those other stories I described and you don't want to be spoiled, I'm going into this playthrough assuming that you're familiar with Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, Dirge of Cerberus, and Ever Crisis. Full spoiler warning for those. Don't care. Move on, whatever. You don't want spoilers for those games, then like don't watch this, because I'm gonna be like talking about things with full knowledge of what happens in Final Fantasy VII, It's kind of my plan here. I'm gonna adjust the volume a little smidge. So yeah, just so you know, get that out of the way. Is the audio delayed? Hold on. The audio might be delayed, just in case I'm gonna deactivate and reactivate my capture card. Always turn it off and on again. Probably fixes things. Alright, I was doing a little bit of a testing thingamabob at one point. Sometimes there's like weird stuff with PlayStation video. I was like, let's make sure that this is working okay. I'm also stuck at home in snow. It literally wouldn't be a problem because snowplows are incompetent and I cannot get to work physically or legally. Red Travel Advisory, I haven't heard of that before. Because I should have taken the free hotel room last night. Oh well. So you've literally gotten snowed in here. Yeah, we're probably dealing with a metric shit ton of snow out there. And we're all gonna pack up and find our way home because we live in Canada and that's what we do. That's how it goes. Yeah, default. Select the difficulty of the game. Classic. Well, attack and defend automatically, allowing you to focus on executing commands. Battle difficulty is the same as normal. I guess there's no hard mode that I can play, so I guess I'm playing normal. Is what I'm doing here. Set initial inventory and character levels. New game head start. Begin the game with highly leveled characters and a hefty amount of gil, armor, materia, etc. Note the weapons must be acquired through gameplay. I guess I'll just do like regular new game here. Yeah, if they post a red travel advisory, only emergency services are to use the road. Oh, we don't have anything like that here. Some crazy snowstorm, you just go. Anyway, is what you need. If it's really, really bad, you can potentially stay in, but we just say like, oh, it's so bad that we're staying home. But that's usually like up to interpretation. If someone needs to go somewhere, I'll still just like go somewhere anyway. Not that they've plowed any roads at all. They're waiting for the snow to stop falling, because that makes fucking sense. Yeah, here in the land of Alberta, we've gotten the most snowfall we've had in 6 years, and even the city is struggling to keep up with it. Our neighborhood roads just recently got plowed, finally, thankfully, but it's, yeah. Anyway, I don't know what to expect from this. Like, I had heard great things. Nowadays, I've heard, like, mixed things about Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth. It seems like either you think it's the best thing since sliced bread, or, man, it sucks. It should have been more faithful to the original game. It ruins the original message, stuff like that. But for the most part, I've heard, like, really great things about these games, and, like, they're absolutely amazing. And so part of me has been kind of, like, excited to try them. So I had to play through the other Final Fantasy stuff first. So my goal is this year to play through Final Fantasy VII. It's not DLC, the expansion that came with the PS5 version here, the little Yuffie side story, and then Rebirth. Because it seems like there's probably a pretty good chance that Remake 3 might come out in 2027, because Remake 1, for those that don't know, they're turning like the Final Fantasy VII remakes into a trilogy, when the original game was just, you know, one game, so I don't know why the remake needs to be 3, but maybe when I play this game it'll make sense and I'll be like, ah, there is enough new content and stuff to the story to justify 3 separate games, but right now, I've heard that this is only Midgar Remake 1, and having played Final Fantasy VII, it's like, really? Just the Midgar segments? That's not much, you know? Is what I would think, but we'll see. What the heck is I going on about? Oh yeah, this game initially came out in 2020 for the PS4, 2021 for the PS5, the version that I'm playing right now. And, well, dang, something's going on. And then Rebirth came out 2024. But a big reason for that is right after this game released, a little thing called COVID-19 started that kind of threw a wrench into the works. And so the second Remake game coming out 4 years later is kind of a consequence of, hey, we're done with Remake 1, let's start working on Remake 2. Oh no, COVID's begun. And I believe I remember seeing interviews where the director of these remakes is like, yeah, we don't want it to be as long of a gap between Remake 2 and Remake 3. I mean, they're also not dealing with COVID this time, so there was a 4-year gap between Remake 1 and 2. So I think a 3-year gap is probably the more realistic expectation between 2 and 3. So I think 2027 for the third Remake game is probably a pretty reasonable-ish assumption. Really depends on how long, like, development takes for them. But it's probably pretty reasonable to assume that around 2027-ish, which is why my goal for 2026 is to like, Remake and Rebirth. And then, if it comes out in 2027, I'm at the ready. If it comes out late 2026 somehow, I guess I'm at the ready. If it comes out 2028, so it's another 4-year gap, heck, longer than expected. But hey, I'm still at the ready. May as well be safe with, like, doing these in 2026 so that I'm safe no matter what. So last year, and I guess into this year a little bit with Ever Crisis, played through all those other Final Fantasy VII games. So 2025 kind of got me geared up with the everything else with the timeline that's important in Final Fantasy VII. I'm intimately familiar with this timeline and story now. And now I'm ready to start the remake games. So here we are. Does the plan. 2025 was everything leading up to the remake games, and now I'm playing the remake games. Also, I find it extremely funny that my Final Fantasy VII series is going to be 7 games long. Because the ones I did up to this point of 7, Crisis Core, Dirge of Cerberus, and Ever Crisis, that's 4 games. And then the remake games are a trilogy. So that's 3 more. So we're on game 5 right now. Okay, now it's allowed. Now I'm turning down my own volume. So, yeah, the Final Fantasy VII series is going to be 7 games long. Also, I am probably one of the people on the platform of Twitch/YouTube that's played the most different Final Fantasy VII games, especially considering how niche freaking Ever Crisis seems to be, what with how difficult it is to find some information on it. where it seems like barely anybody plays that game. So, you know, I'm really in the know about this whole timeline now, including the Ever Crisis stuff that's pretty recent, since it's like recent freemium gacha game and has some implications for Sephiroth and his sword from the ending of The First Soldier that I just did, what, like a week or two ago? Time is all blurring together. Time flies when you're having fun. You know what they say. So, yeah, already a very different look than I remember seeing in the beginning last time, but, you know, obviously a familiar scene. Also, after the Switch 2 version released, I did watch part of a video comparing the graphics of this, like what I'm playing right now, the PS5 version on performance mode, versus the Switch 2 version. And I could visually tell the difference between the frame rate between 30 and 60. We're playing 60 here, it's PS5. You play on Switch 2, you're playing 30 FPS. So obviously there's like big difference I find visually between 30 and 60 FPS. But in terms of raw graphics, I barely noticed a difference. Like, if you put the two of them side by side, if I like super closely scrutinize and looked like, maybe there's a slight more blur here, maybe I'd be able to identify the Switch 2 version. But just looking at them side by side, I literally could not tell the difference. I still think it's worth a while for the difference that I could tell frame rate wise, but in terms of graphics, from what I can tell, it seems like they actually did a really good job with the Switch 2 version from the videos that I've been seeing, because I literally cannot tell the difference, like, graphically. Like, again, maybe I'd be able to better if I, like, really closely scrutinized it, but at face value, you couldn't tell the difference. So, like, you know, good job there and stuff. Yeah, BRB gotta shovel some snow. I see a break a bit. Alrighty, best of luck with the shoveling snow there, Anna. Combat in this game is more real-time. Yeah, I've seen gameplay clips of it before. I don't necessarily know how it works. I just know that it's, like, real-time, and you can go into, like, your command menu to do things like the spells and different things, like the turn-based part of the, you know, original game. So with, like, action mixed with semi-turn-based stuff. I don't know. I've just seen clips is all it is. Press square to attack with Cloud Sword. Hold square to unleash an attack capable of hitting multiple nearby enemies. So, yeah, I'm gonna be playing it by ear. See how this feels. Warming up, trophy earned. Wow, I got a trophy already because I'm so good at video games. I also, like, if I seem a little off in the beginning of this playthrough, it's because I'm so sleep deprived and feeling some kind of way. So, you know, but, you know, it's kind of fun and unique to start in this venue here. Plus, with it being a new release on these different consoles as of this LAN event weekend, I thought it'd be fitting to start here. I just only had the chance as of the end here because we did a whole lot of different games throughout this point. So, you know, it's funny. I say new release, even though the platform I'm playing it on is the one that's not really new. Hey, what you gonna do? New video clip? I don't... The ATB gauge. The ATB gauge fills as time passes and by attacking with square. Once a bar is full, your character can perform special actions. Charges can be used immediately or saved. Try attacking an enemy to fill the gauge. So ATB is basically like the equivalent of, you know, the little action meter that goes up in Final Fantasy VII, right?
Freeze! Move and we
so,
shoot. Go ahead.
I don't think I can do anything right now. Maybe it'll tell me to do a thing here shortly. You can expend ATB gauge charges to perform battle commands, such as using abilities, magic, or items. Press X and try using one of these commands. So now I should be able to, right?
Enough of this.
Abilities? Braver? Sure. Whoa, language dude, chill out. I've already swarmed. Decent bit during this event here. Can I jump over? Oh, I thought like X would be jump button for a second. Checking data out of battle. Main menu on map. When not in battle, you can check the map, open menus, and view various kinds of information. Press whatever that one is. The right one. I'm still not used to like the menu buttons with like PlayStation controllers. Press... What? Is that the like pad in the middle? Is that what that means? To access the map and check your various objectives. Can you tell that I don't play a lot of PS5 games? When that icon appears, move your character close to it to automatically jump, crouch, or perform whatever other action is required. Whatever other action. Whether it be jumping over an object or filling out my taxes. Whatever action is required, I'm gonna do it. But yeah, I will say, like, so far, graphically, like,
you got
this is real pretty. You know? This definitely is real nice here. Okay, guarding and evading. You can defend against enemy attacks by pressing R1 to guard or circle to evade. Okay, so that's my standard dodge button with a lot of other games that I play. Let's just not get mixed up with AC Valhalla that I've been playing recently, where it's a different button. Successful guard reduces the amount of damage suffered and also charges your ATB gauge.
You're coming with us.
So, abilities, focus thrust. Sure. Okay. I like how it does, like, it doesn't completely pause. It goes into, like, ultra slow-mo. Like, that's kind of cool and novel and feels cool. But slow enough mo that... Slow enough mo. Can you tell my brain is frazzled? That, like, you can probably still think through stuff. I don't know, maybe you can in the fray. We'll see how I feel as it goes on. Interacting with the world. Use triangle to open chests or doors or talk to people. If you see the word hold, then you need to hold down that rather than just pressing it. These look like the same kind of chests that I saw in Ever Crisis, probably because they are. Probably is the same. Just my chair like one more notch forward here. Obtain 2 potions. Okay, is there a... Oh yeah, click in the left stick and... Ooh, look at this. Yoink. I will take that. You obtain 2 grenades. Ah, I love walking through the train station and finding 2 grenades. I didn't realize I was in the States right now. You destroying objects. If you find boxes with the Shinra logo, press square to smash them with your sword. They contain useful items such as potions that may restore HP or Mako shards that restore MP. Aye. So like this. Okay, recovered MP with a Mako shard. Ah, my throat is dry. I've been talking for the past 2 days here. My camera quite centered. Do that, and it'll be a little bit better. No. Hi. How we doing?
Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now?
Nah, I'm too
what
edgy
was
for
his
that.
name again?
Cloud Strife.
Right.
And he isn't a soldier anymore. Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us. I'm glad to have him.
This is a one-time gig. When it's done, we're done.
All edgy. Poor...
Real
I think that's Wedge,
too.
if I remember the names here.
Here we go.
All disappointed.
Looks are what people notice first.
Guess I'm not
Hey, Barrett. How we feeling? Look at the lighting and stuff. So cool.
enough. We're done here.
Are you the same?
Give it a rest.
Come on, nobody do something this crazy just for money. They may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
What?
Wedge.
You better be worth the money, Merc. Every last gil.
Don't you worry, I will be, because I'm super edgy beginning of Story Cloud here. Until they made him edgy again with, like, the Advent Children and stuff, because of the whole weird thing with, like, Kingdom Hearts or whatever the heck was going on. Locking onto targets. You can press R3 to lock onto a specific target. Press R3 again to unlock. While locked onto a target, you can use R or that to switch between multiple targets. Okay.
Get him, boy.
Oh, hi.
Guess you're first.
So, what's this triangle? Oh, I'm switching modes? What the heck? Staggering start trophy earned. So it's just like between like the heavy and
like you're
light
next.
flows or something? That's the holding it one.
Let's go.
Okay. Want to see if there's any... There is a super secret here. Check it out. Good thing I checked over here, huh? Named a bottle of ether. What? Hey. Hey. Something like that-ish? This Punisher mode? Yeah, at some point I'm gonna need to look into, how does the combat of this game truly work from the perspective of how do I play the game well? Instead of just hitting buttons. Figured that out eventually. This isn't interactable, is it? Okay, the one guy was like going up to it. It's just confusing me as to why. They are not waiting up for me at all. Like, I know I'm an edgelord, but that doesn't mean I don't have feelings. Okay, let's see here. Oop. Like, wait up for me, please. Yeah, Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge, I'm pretty sure are the names of these members of Avalanche. But original Final Fantasy VII didn't really do a massive ton with them, nor did it really have the time to, but from what I understand, this game of Remake, because this game is just the Midgar stuff, and they have to make an entire game last for Midgar, I'm pretty sure that this game, from what I've heard, focuses a lot more on these guys, and like, you actually understand them as characters, unlike original Final Fantasy VII. So, we'll see what this game does with them as characters and stuff. Okay. Here, I'm doing this operator mode. Do I have spells? Oh, I have fire. Sure. Let there be some fire. Okay. Yeah, so a lot more action gamey. Yeah, definitely very, very different in style to OG Final Fantasy VII. I was about to say, can I not go under? There we go. Very, very different in style. Break all the Shinra boxes. I'm destroying all your property. Alright, this way. Any super secret there? Doesn't look like any super secret there. Hi. They're all running ahead, and I'm just destroying everything here. Allies aren't helping out at all. They got places to be. They've got a reactor to go blow up. Obtain 2 potions. Stuff like this. Oh my god, you can actually, like, knock stuff around. And it has physics. Of course, not this stuff that's, like, locked into the environment, but these that are colored differently. Interesting. Let's take one with me. There's physics in this game to play around with. And oh, I intend to play. I'm taking it with me. Like a weird shopping cart or something like that. I've got a whole bunch of Shinra groceries. Oh. Go get. Hold the thing. Take it with me. Take it with me. I was to say, like, maybe I can hop on and start loading like some sort of Bethesda game. I've got a thing I'm taking with me. Look, I've got my priorities straight. You guys clearly don't. You're not taking cool stuff with you. Well, neat. Alright, let's see it.
Soldiers may attack on command, but I hear they make good guard dogs too. Bet you've seen a few reactors. So how do we get to the bridge above Mako storage? Ain't holding out on me, are you? Stamp scared to bite the hand that fed him? Or is he a
Wait,
little dog?
Stamp?
Have it
I
your way,
recognize
bud.
that name with
We
Final
can do
Fantasy
this
VII
with
Ever
you, or
Crisis
we can do
now.
this without you.
Wonder if that's why they
Different
chose the name
reactors,
Stamp in
different
Ever
layouts.
Crisis. I don't
Depends
know.
when it was built. Never seen one like this, but I'll manage.
Maybe he's never seen one like this because he hasn't truly been in a place like this
Damn, I'm good.
at all. Well, I guess he's been in some Mako reactors before,
Door!
like Nibelheim, but you know.
Wait. It's over.
That's my line.
Time to die. Cloud's unique ability. Oh, we're getting some cool music here. Every character has a unique ability, which you can activate with triangle. With Cloud's mode shift ability, you can switch between his balanced operating mode and attack-oriented punisher mode. Press triangle to try it out. Yeah, I have been, and it's
He's alone.
something. Punisher mode. In Punisher mode, Cloud moves more slowly, but Square unleashes a more powerful attack than usual. In addition, Cloud launches a counter blow every time he guards an enemy's melee attack. He cannot, however, guard against ranged attacks or magic. When you evade such attacks, you will switch back to operator mode. Okay. Change page. Oh, I see.
We can take him. Make it rain.
I'm not entirely sure that you can here, though. You know? Bonk. Oh, you're not dead. Okay. Box.
We're back.
Welcome back.
He always knows
Okay.
just what to say.
Now you're bumping the box. Alright, well. Hey, man. How we feeling?
Hot shot.
No. I ride hot. I don't have to talk or anything to progress,
It's a
do
good
I?
thing know
Oh, I
someone who
might
can get
just
us the
do.
passcodes. Pity no one
Okay,
else at
well-
command will talk to us, but what can you do? And we're good.
Heck yeah. Open on up.
Careful in there.
I saw a thing in there that is now belong to me. Yoink. Prohibited flammable substances, toxic substances, corrosive agents, unauthorized dangerous goods. Okay, nothing else in here. It's like a double button door or something. Nope, not even. Hey,
So, you know Tifa, right? It's not really
sorta,
my business,
yeah.
but are you guys close?
Cloud! Are you ignoring me?
Tifa and I.
She's got quite the elaborate breastplate.
These sewer rats appear to call themselves Avalanche, sir. We are currently investigating whether they belong to the same group that made the attempt on your life. Rest assured, our inquiries will not take much longer.